Right, welcome back to the channel. We're fiberglassing the last layer of the bonnet today and the bumper. Got a cancellation at the shop. My client cancelled his tattoo, so well actually he cancelled. So yeah, just to show you where we're at. We've got the pieces cut, ready to go in here. It's two sections. We're going to do the front first and the back. What we've been doing, we've been just sanding off any spiky bits and stuff because they lift up the next layer, so you can't get it to lay down properly. So we've cleaned all that up. It's all smooth, ready to go. Tatty's just starting on the mix. DJ Tatty on the mix. And then once we've got that done, we'll be on to the bumper. We haven't done anything on the bumper yet. But this has been a bit more complex because we've done the edges first and around the lamps and stuff like that, just to make sure that we didn't get any of them blisters. But the bumper, we're going to do that all in a oneer, I think, smaller piece, so it's easier to deal with. But yeah, so we're on to the next layer, which is 450 gram. We're doing it 1 to 1. What we're doing? 1%, so 14. I'll stick it on a tripod, and you can watch a time lapse of us fiberglassing. That's the bumper ready for its final layer. Oh, special effects. Let's go and see what Jonathan's doing. Mr. PPE himself. How are you getting on? What a mess.
Rotten cars, eh?
Aye. Aye, fucking sorted though. It'll be good for another few years after that.
It's mint in there.
Aye. If you squint, it's mint. If that's all there is to do, though, is that all there is to do? Just the inner arches?
Yeah, that bit, and then similar at the other side.
I shall have a good car out of it. Getting close, guys. Get this front end on. Not going to be long now. So that's us finished fiberglassing. I feel like doing a little dance. We Tatty put the strengthening in there, so that's still. Yeah, it looks like BMX handlebars, doesn't it? Got it a little bit neater than last time, and I haven't put as much in. I did have it coming round here, but this shape creates enough strength anyway. So really that's just there because when you lift the bonnet up from one side, because you lift it up from like one of these corners, it sort of twists a little bit. So it's just to try and put a bit more rigidity into it. The other bonnet didn't have a return edge on the back edge either, so this will be a little bit stronger anyway, but I just think it's, you know, just strengthens it up a bit, stops it flapping about so much when you lift it up. So that's that done. The bumper's done. Just on with tidying up now, and we'll get away. We'll be back on Thursday, and take them out. Just have a look at this bit here. We're going to dry bit. Oh, look, I've got a little dry bit there. I'll have to deal with that. I've got a little dry bit there, look. See that there, there's that dry edge. Just want to dab of resin on it. Really pleased with it though, it's went really well. Obviously it's high pressure, we get quite stressed. Tati calls it Benny Hill mode because we're just like, as soon as we mix the resin, we're in panic mode until we get it finished. But yeah, that's the fiberglassing finish. So pop the parts out, trim them up. I've got hinges to put into those. I've got the strengthening bracket and the hinge mount bracket to put in the rear clam, but we can start building it soon. So like, I'm so glad to get past this piece because you know, this stage, it's been doing me head in. It's been like 4 months of what seems like going backwards or like not working on the car as such, but it's an investment in it. We've got these molds that we can make more of these cars. The next one will be Jonathan's in orange, which we'll obviously use to make the how to build your RB200 video. But yeah, we'll be finishing this one shortly, can't wait. Welcome back to the channel. Right, I'm making some clock surrounds for, well, I've done the clock surrounds, so I've been and got a, what do you call that, clock console for the MR2 breakers. I've actually got 2 of these, he had a couple laying about. So I'm just getting this ready for that to go over the top. So I need to cut out this whole inner section and right the way around and work that onto the top of there. I'm going to have a bit of clearing out to do in the back there because it's got some fibres that are going to get in the way. Probably need to sand it down a bit as well, get the old power file on it, just to, you know, so it sits flush. But so that's what I'm doing. And it's cold because the door's open, and typical Cumbrian English weather, it's flipping Baltic today. You see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? Something like that. Not too sure how much I need off the sides, but it'll be something like that. And then this bottom bit, I reckon I could get. I think I did take the whole thing out. So if I like come across there and just go straight through there, yeah. So I think that's what I've done. Something like that down there, and just take that whole middle bit out. As you can see, it's precision engineering we're doing here. Maybe do the air saw on that. Need to keep that bit. Because that won't go in there. Gonna get the air saw. Will that go in there? That'll probably do it. Right, in the quest to return that clip, need that bit there. Cut right the way through there. It's a really tricky bit in there, like putting the matting in so that the 2 sides touched, which means I'm going to have to make it really thin on there to get this in. So I need some off there, I need some off there. I can take that bit off there, and that bit there. I don't know whether I really needed to take them bits off, but gets them out the way, doesn't it? Right, so that point there, from about there to there, and from about there to there. It's getting less and less. See, once it's in and it's sitting happy, when I fit this, I'm going to be putting a sealer edge around there, or I could fill it, you know, but I'm going to like bond that down to there, you know, bond that section in, and then I need to create some sort of half sensible transition from there to there. Might actually be better if it does sit back a little bit, because if it was right on the edge, then it would actually be sitting fatter than the dashboard, because that sits flush with the dashboard. So if I have that further back, I can at least blend into that line there, which then fits the dash better. So that's probably about as far as it needs to go, but I'm gonna make it go a bit further, just a little bit. I don't think you can get much better than that. Right, well, if I can get it all the way in there like that, it's going to sit a mil proud on the dashboard or so, but that's pretty good, that, like. Let's go try it in the car. So whilst getting the clock console, I also picked up a red leather steering wheel for an MR2. But as soon as Jonathan looked at it, he went like this. This is for a manual. Mine's an auto, so I've got my gear shifts on the dashboard. I suppose I could fit this wheel and just use the stick, couldn't I? Because I've got my stick shift. Anyway, that might not work. Right. Oh, it's a mess in here. I think what I'll do So I'll take it out and peg it in. Just needs a bit tidy up. Right. Clip it into its, like so. So it's catching down here on this piece. So I'll have to take some out of that front edge. Let's have a look what it's like at the top. Yeah, that's class. That looks absolutely fine. Just get my Sharpie and mark what I need to cut out of that. Right, so what I'm doing now, this is all fitting up good and ready to go in. So gunking the inside of this with Tiger Seal. The nozzle was blocked, so I'm just doing it like this. Put some bits in there as well. I've cleaned off the inside edge with panel wipe, and I've cleaned off the plastic part with panel wipe as well. I'll get this on and spread it around a bit because I don't want too much of it on, because it'll actually push it back off because it's a tight fit. So I just want a thin layer really. It needs to be able to squidge out, he says, as he puts a thick layer on. I'll squidge a bit into more into where them pegs are. So I've taped around the edges of where things are going. Consoles, well, the edges fitted there, taped around there because obviously we could have Tiger Seal going everywhere. I'm going to put that on and then tape it into place. Push it right down and tape it into place. So the tape's just to obviously stop any excess squidging over onto the dashboard. Plenty of gunk in the back of there. Don't want to have to mess with this too much. It needs to go on the first time. Well, at least I haven't made too much of a mess. It's yeah, I've got some squidge that I need to clean off, and then I'll tape it into place. There we go. That'll be solid as a rock tomorrow. Right, that's me for the day. Clocks are, pardon me, done and set in. Now what I can do with them. Don't really want to get stuck into anything else today. I'll have a bit of an early finish. Ty's back tomorrow. He's been fixing his car, so we'll get stuck into the bonnet and the bumper tomorrow. So I'll be saying my prayers tonight. I'll be knelt by my bed with my hands clenched together, praying that these come out all right. Obviously this is the first time we've used PVA on a big mould. It worked on the clocks fine, on the clocks around. So I think the problem, was one or two things that's going on. I was using some stuff called honey wax, and now we're using this because this is just what got sent with the kits, that the like moulding kits that we bought. So this doesn't go, this Stoner Moulding Solutions Miracle Gloss doesn't go on as nice as the honey wax. It's a bit tougher, but I think it's either, I don't think they're going to sell us something that doesn't work. So what I'm going to put it down to, the problem that we're having with the release, isn't that it doesn't work, but that we're not putting it on right. I think that we're taking it off too soon. I think it needs to be left to dry for much longer than we're leaving it to dry. That might be the key. But it's since we started using this stuff that things haven't been releasing. From paint to gel coat, but it does seem to release gel coat to gel coat fine, so we shouldn't have a problem with these. Yeah, fingers crossed. But they're coming out tomorrow anyway, so I'm gonna have an early finish and go and doss on the decks or something and feel like a mix. Make a CD, well, it's not a CD, make an MP3 for the car. So yeah, that's me, over and out. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.